Did we match? Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name's Zach with Dr. Eyeball MD. If you are new to the channel, I'm a third-year ophthalmology resident, and in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question that we left off with in the last video regarding matching into a fellowship. The match was last Wednesday. This is the follow-up video to discuss whether or not I match, where I fell in my rank list, and that kind of thing. Kind of the whole experience. I'll just go into it briefly, and then in a later video, we'll go into a lot more details for those of you that are interested in trying to match into oculoplastics. All right, let's get into it. So for those of you who don't know, I applied for the Oculoplastics Fellowship match, the ASOPers 2-year oculoplastics match. What that is basically is ophthalmic plastic surgery, reconstructive surgery around the eye, doing the eyelids, doing the orbit, eye socket surgery, eye socket tumors, cosmetic surgery, facial cosmetic surgery, that kind of thing, fillers, Botox. We do all of that. So it's like plastic surgery, but for around the eye. It's focused around the eye. So that's what oculoplastics is. Oculoplastics is one of the two-year fellowships that you can do out of ophthalmology, the other being surgical retina. So with oculoplastics, it is a fellowship that is very much geared toward being with a person. You're matching with a person more than you are matching with the program. So you really are kind of trying to see if you vibe with the person who is in charge or the preceptor of that program. And there is a limited number of these programs in the country. So there'll be an odd year match and an even year match. The odd year is what I was doing, and there were only like 26 or something programs in the odd year match in the whole country. And then, you know, there were like 40, 50 plus applicants that apply for that. So the match rate is typically around 50%. So not great. It's probably the worst in all of ophthalmology just because there are so few spots. It's a very kind of select, I don't know, select like group or society, kind of like a exclusive society or club type thing. So I think that's why it's so hard to match into it, just because there's so few spots, and it's just, they don't need a ton of them necessarily, and so it's hard to get into because a lot of people want to do it. And the reason I think a lot of people want to do it is, one, it's one of the coolest, if not the coolest, in my opinion, it's the coolest. Obviously I'm biased. Coolest subspecialty in ophthalmology. I think retina's cool too, but I think oculoplastics surgeries are more fun, to be honest. That's a big part of the reason that I tried to do it. That's one of the reasons. I think it's a better lifestyle than something like retina, and you make decent money. You can kind of work on your own terms, and you have a lot of options, whether it be like academic medicine, private practice. There's a lot of cool options with oculoplastics. It's a very cool subspecialty, and we'll go into a lot more detail on that moving forward. If I'm not giving it away already, the reason is because I did match, guys. We did match into a program, and I actually matched here at my program where I'm doing residency, which is UT Southwestern in Dallas, Texas. That's where I'm a resident. I don't know if I've ever actually explicitly said that, but that's where I'm a resident. And I matched for the ASOPers spot here at UT Southwestern, and I'm gonna be doing my fellowship here starting 2021 July for 2 years, and I will be the only ASOPers Oculoplastics Fellow, and one of my best friends who is actually a co-resident will also be doing a 1-year Neuroplastics Fellowship along with me that first year here at UT Southwestern, so super excited about that. But I will be doing the 2-year ASOPers accredited spot, so that's super exciting. And just to kind of give you a little bit of backstory, with the match, I applied to all the programs. There's only, you know, 26, like I said. I applied to all of them, and then I interviewed at about 12 of them. My application was actually a little bit late for at least one of the programs, so I submitted it a little bit late. And so I interviewed at 12, and they were all virtual interviews, so, you know, I didn't get to go see anywhere, but there was a lot of like virtual tours and things. And then, you know, I ranked them just like you do with residency. And UT Southwestern was my #1 spot. I wanted to stay here. I know it's a very good program. I know the mentors that I'm gonna be working with and the surgeons are really good. Some of the best I think that there probably are. And so that was a big part of the reason I want to stay. Super high volume place, very autonomous, and the mentors are great. And I know, we'll get into this more in later videos, but the autonomy that you get with the program is actually huge. I've learned this in residency. The amount of autonomy you have, as long as you do have some oversight, you know, when you need it, is a huge driver in making you grow as a surgeon and physician. So you need that. We have that here. So It's a huge reason I wanted to stay here. And then also I'm doing a lot of really cool projects with my oculoplastics mentor, Dr. Mancini. You know, we're making surgical instruments. We just actually tested one in the OR today on a surgical instrument that I developed along with him. And I'll take you guys through that in detail if you're interested. But anyways, we're working on those projects. We're working on some cool like video textbook type stuff. So it's got some good stuff in the works. So a lot of cool projects going on. And so I was super happy to get to stay here to do oculoplastics. This is a young program. They've only had 2 ASOPers fellows. So they're on their 2nd ASOPers fellow now. And both have been absolutely incredible. The current fellow is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, just leagues above, you know, any other resident fellow that I've ever worked with. Super good. So a lot to live up to, but the people that come here for this fellowship are really good. So it's gonna be tough to kind of live up to that, but at least I have something to shoot for, and hopefully I can live up to it. We'll see. But it's a young program, like I said, but I think in, you know, the next, you know, decade, it will definitely be established as one of the best oculoplastics programs in the country, just because of those reasons I listed earlier. And I think it's already getting that recognition now. But again, it's a very young program, so as the years go, I think it will just continue to climb in kind of the rest of the country's view of how great of a program it actually is. And so guys, I'm only taking you along with me for another 2 years, basically, of the process of oculoplastics fellowship and what that's like, learning something all over again, those types of surgeries. And if you guys are interested in going into oculoplastics, then, well, I'm gonna have some firsthand experience and firsthand knowledge to kind of guide you into that. So the channel is obviously still gonna focus on ophthalmology for the rest of this year, and then you'll just follow me along if you want to for the journey into oculoplastics. We'll keep up with everything. And so that's kind of the short answer to the question of whether or not I matched. I did match. I matched in my first program of choice, and I'm super happy with it. There were a lot of great programs out there, and really what I was looking for in a program was how well I got along with the mentor. This is somebody you're gonna have to work with for 2 years, and it's not like, you know, if that mentor were to leave, if that preceptor of a program were to leave and move somewhere else, you'd go with them. You wouldn't just stay at that program, because that preceptor is the program. So you really have to vibe, you really have to mesh with that preceptor, and it's hard to kind of gauge that and feel that over a Zoom interview, but you can kind of feel it out. And so that was kind of the main thing that I was looking at. Did I really like this person's kind of philosophy and just what they seem to value in, you know, their job and the way they teach fellows? That was the main thing. And then obviously, you know, the volume and the autonomy and the amount that you get to do as the surgeon. I don't want to be just watching somebody else do something all the time. You have to do stuff or you're never going to get any good at it. And so that was kind of important to me too. And then geographically, staying here was worked out for me too. And so, yeah. Super happy, super pumped with that. I thank you guys for joining me along on this journey. We're gonna keep it up. We're gonna keep coming out with videos. I'm gonna keep trying to come out with things to help you guys. And you know, maybe as time goes on, it'll shift towards oculoplastics. So if you're interested in any of that, obviously go ahead, subscribe to the channel, guys. And we have more videos coming out all the time. I have a super weird, creepy Halloween video that I made coming out probably this weekend. So this was just kind of an update. I will, in another video here in the near future, go into a lot more depth into what kind of plays into and, you know, matching into oculoplastics and what I think helped me and what I could have done better and, you know, that kind of thing. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, push over the limits with you.